A very warm global namaste to you, Dimple. How are you?
Global namaste to all of you. I am very, very fine. In fact, bright and beautiful after coming to Healing Our Earth.
Thank you so much for your very kind words. We are very honored to have you here today with us. And you have so much to share with us on women's empowerment. And you know what I love? I was going through your website and you said something about weaving with me. Could you tell us more about how you'd like others to weave with you?
Okay. A very warm global namaste to all. Thank you, Healing Our Earth, for having me over. Seema, your question, how do we weave or knit? I lay a lot of emphasis on weaving our days, our moments, our hours, our minutes. The way we weave this moment, the next moment will be the reflection of this. Now, if in this moment I carry the baggage of the previous moment, this moment is spoiled and the next one. So, therefore, I lay a lot of emphasis on self care as the topic of today goes. And in that self care, I say, be aware, be alert, be conscious of what you weave here. If you are conscious and alert of the weaving that you are going to do in your mind, think and then move. And think what? Whatever makes you feel happy and good. That is very, very, very important, Seema. So, lot of emphasis on knitting and weaving here.
Having that positive mindset, this is so powerful. And I'm sure you have some techniques, several techniques that you use. I was going through your website. You have all these different quotients. You have the spiritual quotient, you have the physical quotient, you have the mental quotient, you have the social quotient. There's so many quotients you work with your clients. you know I would like to ask you, how do you start your day every morning? Because I feel most people who actually want to implement that positive mindset work with the subconscious mind, and they work with it last thing at night and first thing in the morning. And this would be a very powerful message for all men and women, but since we're talking about women's empowerment, for all the women out there, let us ask Dimple G, what is the most powerful way or technique we should be starting our day to have that mindset?
A very, very powerful technique, a tool that can empower each one of us, like Seema said, whether men or women. Start your day by feeling good. Most of the people that come to me for sessions get up with anxiety, get up with fear, get up in a rush. This is to be done, that is to be done, what is left behind. So they are in that jargon of running. I insist and tell them this tool of waking up with a powerful feel good factor will pave, it will pre-pave your path towards the day that you spend. So even if you get up with anxiety, doesn't matter. Don't beat yourself. Don't be harsh to your own self. Doesn't matter. Go to the washroom, come back and lie down again and try and think of anything, everything at minuscule level or at a macro level that will make you feel good. So deliberately create that feel good factor. And this I would like to tell everybody, nobody can do it for you except you. So how empowered you are. The tool is with you. You do not have to open a wardrobe or pay somebody for it. The tool is with you, and that tool is ensure that you leave the bed with a good feel, not in rush, not with fear, not in anxiety, not with anything but a feel good. That is the tool that I recommend, and it works. And it works. It's a practical tool Yes, it's a practice and a process. You cannot say that I'll do it for 10 days and it's okay. Just make it a habit and you will see how your day unfolds, how you step on a day where people are just smiling at you. Somebody is opening the door for you, and you go to the airport and the gate is closed, but somebody tells you, okay, I'll put you on the aircraft. What is this? It is you who has pre paved and paved your own path. So, Seema, this is a very, very important tool. Starting your day by knitting a feel good factor.
Starting your day by knitting a feel good factor, so that's actually programming your mind to some extent to have that feel good factor, to feed in those good thoughts. So would you say that you would advise us to use I am affirmations like I am perfect, I am happy, I am joyful, my day is wonderful, even though I'm feeling this way, it doesn't matter because I am wholesome and complete and that's my true essence? Is that the way you would advise everybody to start their day?
Affirmations are very, very important, but at times when people come to me, they say they are unable to do the affirmations because of the state, because of the fear, anxiety, negativity, sadness, feeling low, whatever is it. It is too heavy. They cannot affirm. So, the tool that I say, okay, if you cannot do an affirmation, just think of something that must have been good in your life. Why can't you milch that? Unfortunately, what I have seen is that if there are 10 things that have happened well in your life, and even if there's one thing that is not good, the entire focus is there, and the focus becomes larger than your body weight. It sucks you. Why can't you focus on something that is good in life and milk it? And there are people you'll be amazed to know who say, "Mm, feel good, good. I have nothing good. Ever since I'm married, XYZ, PQR, ABC things are happening with me, and therefore I cannot feel good." So we say, you've got up, you are breathing, and do you believe that there is somebody, somewhere, some energy working on you and your digestion is working? Your blood is circulating, the lungs are expanding, you are inhaling and exhaling. Can you be grateful to that and feel good about that? That is what works a lot. So, as far as an affirmation is concerned, there are people who are unable to do the affirmations, but there most of the people are able to say, "Thank God I'm alive. Thank God I've got children in my other room. Thank God my partner is there or my parents are there." So just being in gratitude also helps you to feel good. So more than an affirmation, I lay a lot of emphasis on gratitude. And here I would like to add before you ask another question. There are people who are not able to even see what they can be grateful for. For them, the best is the bed and the pillow. Just say thank you to your pillow and thank you to your bed, and you will see a smile comes. Even if it is a fake smile, even if it's an artificial smile, the brain doesn't register with the fakeness of it. The brain starts giving you the signal of being happy. So, being happy, getting up, leaving your bed with a feel good factor, howsoever you may do. It can be an affirmation, as you said, or it can be a past event or a future event that you want that to manifest, either that or your present condition that you are inhaling and exhaling. So howsoever you feel good and then leave your bed.
This is so interesting, and it's a topic we could talk about for, I think, days and months and years on end. And, there's, if you go onto Instagram and Facebook, there's so much happening on the, on the area of manifesting, manifesting your career, manifesting your future life, manifesting your happiness, manifesting your health, which is very big right now, and also gratitude and gratitude journaling and starting your day with gratitude and gratitude. I do personally say that it's a very, very,
Ah,
very powerful process, and my mother always shared with me that you could either look at your cup half empty or half full. It's your choice how you want to look at that cup. And I would like to ask you, what has helped you most? I know you have a journey. I know you had a very inspirational father as well who put you into, a very good school, and it was Irish nun run, like, and it was a convent. Am I right?
yes, yes.
And I mean, what has helped you most in developing yourself, with all these cautions? Because you wear so many hats and you've worked on so many avenues, even substance abuse, in children.
Yes.
What has helped you in developing yourself to become all this wholesomeness and completeness that you are?
I would like to bring about a very, very sensitive statement here. I lost my elder sister when she was 28. I lost my elder brother who was 42. Then, of course, father went and then mother went. These two exits, these two people exiting from my life empowered me a lot by telling me once they had crossed over that there is a lot to do. Do not, because I still remember my elder sister once she crossed over. I don't know if this is the right forum, but since you have asked what has helped me, this is what has helped me. That I see her sitting across a river and I wanted to run and hold her. She speaks out my name aloud and says, "No, stay there. There's a lot to do. I will hand you down some information which you can give." And that kept me going. That kept me carrying the torch for other people to know that there is so much to be grateful for, and death is just of the spirit, just the death of a physical world. The spirit has gone, but if you look at it, it is always with you. Like 1984, my elder sister left, and unbelievable for many, but it is that I get a hug from her every morning, and that empowers me to steer forward. When I was heading various institutions, I used to tell the staff that, do you stop and think what you are thinking, or are you just working like a machine? Earning money, having a big car, big house is very, very important. No qualms about it. But are we aware of our thought process? Do we ever stop and think, what am I thinking? It's such an important and a powerful skill, tool, process that if we empower ourselves, we'll be able to sift and sieve our thoughts. And once we are able to sift and sieve our thoughts, the skill is far developed further, because then we are able to pick out and focus on what we are wanting. And all of us, any part of the globe, wherever you are, want to be happy.
Absolutely. Everybody is in search of true inner happiness,
Yes,
and happiness that is permanent, not momentary happiness. There
absolutely.
are a lot of things we do for momentary happiness. Let's talk about substance abuse, for example. It gives you a high, right? And you want to, but it's temporary. It's a temporary high. What we want to achieve is we don't want to have substance abuse. We don't want to indulge in it. We want to have that high that is permanent. And those tools that you've spoken of, yes, the thought process is very, very important. Shifting your mindset, very, very, very important. And they say it takes at least 40 days to do that, to make it a habit, right?
Absolutely.
Now I can see from your aura and the way you're seated, you have this calm about you. You have this real stillness about you. How do you, besides, of course, the positive thought process and being very much in the vibration or the frequency of gratitude, how do you stay grounded, permanently? Because I think this is this is, it's a permanent state for you. And this is very inspirational for all of us out there as women who are juggling jobs, family, children. How can we reach that state to be so still and grounded so that there can be perfection in everything we do? So
I
we're not flustered and stressed. How do you do this and how do you take care of yourself? Because that would be a very powerful message for all us women out there. Please do share with us, Dimple G.
yeah, yeah, very, very pertinent and a very candid question that you have asked. It is very, very important for all of us. First, appreciate. Appreciate people. Appreciate whatever you see. There was a time when my son-in-law had asked me, when did you last criticize? He says, when we go to a restaurant, I say, how was the food? You say, very fine. You meet people, you say, very good. It has just, it has become a part of me. Appreciation, if all of us can do it, not fake, because there is so much good in everybody. And I firmly believe if I cannot see good in you, in somebody else, it is not them who are to be blamed or who are at fault. It's me. It's me who's not able to see. So from morning till evening, there is so much to be appreciating. So let us appreciate, that is one. Don't be unkind and harsh to your own self. Doesn't matter if you are thinking low. Doesn't matter if you are competing with somebody else. We are humans. We are not geometrical patterns and parallelograms. It doesn't matter if you are feeling sad and negative. After all, there is a variety. So choose from this variety. That wisdom, that divine wisdom I call, that Sadbuddhi, all of us have. So don't assume what she must have said, he must have said. Assumptions will pull you down. Appreciation will take you a long way. Be kind to your own self. And how can you be kind to your own self? How can you be right to your own self? By seeing the good, by appreciating the good, and feeling good. And feeling good can only and only happen when we stop, when we are conscious, when we are aware. Do not let negativity suck you. Do not let anything that is disturbing you take you down. But remember, we are humans, and if we feel bad, it's no big deal. But know that you are feeling bad, and you have to make a conscious effort to move from feeling bad to feeling good. This journey is beautiful. And in this journey, if still something goes wrong, how beautiful it would be if we think that it is just a component. I always feel it's an assembly line technique like we have in the automobile industry. Anything that is happening in my life, let's say the exit of my elder brother and elder sister, it is just a component leading me towards a good life. So if I can take those two big tragedies as components, a small here and there, somebody said bad about you, you didn't earn much, COVID came, you were out of work, etc., 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 etc. Can you take it as just a component which is going to lead you to fearlessness, which is going to lead you to a good life, which is going to lead you to a wholesome life because you are working? That is one. Second is, let's trust the process. There is a process. There is some power. You call it Khuda, Allah, God, Guru Nanak, whatsoever, energy. But somebody is doing something. So many of us are there today on this small screen. Are we aware that our circulatory system is working? Is it not a wow thing? So this makes me feel it's a wonder for me. I'm breathing. I don't even know how much my lungs are expanding and contracting, but it's happening. So there is so much to be grateful for. Let us pick those things and move, and lows, when they come, consider them just a component in the bigger picture. Step back and see the huge picture. You are a beautiful component of the universe.
What a beautiful message that we are a beautiful component of the universe, And if we can just hold that as a mantra in our hearts, and say that to ourselves every day. I feel sometimes we're very good at saying kind words to others, you know, but how about saying them to ourselves?
Yes,
You know,
yes,
making friends with your own self. It's so important. We can, especially women these days, we handling the home, we have our children, we have our husbands. Some of us, like Rupa, are living in extended families, and she's handling everything so amazingly. I don't know if you were on the
yes, I was watching.
before
I
this.
saw.
What a dynamic young lady.
Yeah.
And and many of us are out in the working world, and sometimes, of course, there are areas where we cannot perform 100%, and we batter ourselves up for it. I wish I'd done this, or I should have done this better. But every challenge that comes towards us is to push us to grow, you know and every failure that comes towards us, through our failures, is how we learn to succeed. This is something. Otherwise, how will you learn to succeed? How will
Absolutely.
you know where you've gone wrong? Right? So, everything, it's a journey step by step. And I want to ask you, what are the most powerful messages you have? I know you have a very dynamic daughter as well, and she's learned from the best. You. So, what messages do you have for women out there to empower them, to really lift them out of that? There I see Shubrata. Very warm global namaste to you, Shubrata. You're on
A
mute.
very warm global namaste to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you for coming on board. Now, there's your daughter,
Pleasure.
and I know you have groomed her into this very dynamic, strong, smiling, positive human being. And I mean, it speaks for itself. So, what message do you have for all the daughters, the mothers, the sisters out there on this women's empowerment session? What can you say for us? How can we, really take your cup that's so full and bring it into our lives? Dimple.
My message to all of us, to all of you, is take every segment of the day as a segment that is a blessing. Receive each part of the day. You can divide your day into various segments, but see, when you are with your children, like Rupa said, she's all there. I tell people, you are all there. Think that that is your meditation. I believe, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, as a wife, there is no need to sit and meditate when you have too much to do. You'll never be able to get aligned to your own self. So, all the mothers, all the daughters here and otherwise who are not on screen at the moment, the message is receive every segment as a blessing and ensure that even if negativity comes, don't be harsh and unkind to your own self. It does not matter. If it is a contrasting situation, that contrasting situation is a guidance. Please remember, like I'll give a small example. Do I have some 1 minute with me, Seema?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay,
Please
okay.
carry on. Please
Like,
do.
for example, a lady who was taking a session with me, she said that if she had not joined our group, which is called God's Consciousness, which tells us to be aware, alert, conscious of everything, she says she would have messed up everything. Her jacuzzi in the washroom was not working, and she was all anxious. A very, very mundane example. You can replicate it with anything which has broken down in your house. And she says she started thinking the mason will not come, it's COVID, if mason comes my children are there, the water will go in the foundation of the house, etc., etc., etc. She says because she is a part of God's consciousness, she just looked at the jacuzzi and said, I trust jacuzzi that you'll be all right. and good experienced people will come and put you on road. Behave well because I need you. And she says, lo and behold, 42 days of anxiety and fretting and fear of COVID and masons coming, she gets a call from her husband that he's laid hands on good masons. They'll come and they'll repair it in 3 days. And she says, how come this jacuzzi is on road? I said, you gave it to the environment, you gave it to the universe. So trust the process. So, all mothers and daughters, believe that good is there. Only thing is, you got to receive it. And how do you receive it? Simply, simply, simply by feeling good. Howsoever you do, please feel good. The brain, as I said, does not understand whether you are feeling good because of the present, past, or future. You feel good, universe will give you better. You feel better, you will get the best. Is it not a simple, empowering tool? And for me, this is self care.